Hi everyone, welcome to Antoinette's Kitchen, cooking with love from my heart to your plate. This is my kitchen. Today it is going to become our kitchen. Come into my kitchen, have a seat, watch what I'm doing. I'm making an authentic Italian recipe, as my grandmother would have said, Escarole beans. I made this with my mom and dad. My mother made it spectacular. She made such a great recipe out of it. I loved every minute of it. I used to have it, we had it at least twice a week. It's healthy. You can make this dish as a side dish or as a soup. And I'm going to tell you a few of the variations. But first we'll get started and then we'll talk about it while the scarole is cooking. So what I did was I have some salted water in the pot. Okay, and I'm adding the cut up escarole. I washed it very well. And we're going to add this to the pot. You can use about 2 heads. You know, it shrinks down to almost nothing. But sort of like spinach goes away when you have 2 bags of it. This is a little bit thicker and more consistent, but I like to make a lot of it. My family loves it. And some of us, we like it as a soup. Some of us like it as a side dish. So I make it different variations and I switch it over. Okay, but let me show you how simple it is. This variation that we're doing today is the side dish, or you can make it as a whole dish of escarole and beans. So we're going to add some more salt. So simple. Some pepper. You know, simple recipes, simple ingredients. And honestly, what I've learned is the less ingredients that we put in, the healthier the dish is. I've drained cannelli beans, and incidentally, the recipe will be posted. I drained and washed them because cannelli beans come in a can with some starch. The water is very starchy. I like to get rid of that. So you put the cannelli beans on top. I've smashed some fresh garlic. Put the fresh garlic on top. See how simple? And I like to add a little bit extra garlic powder. We love garlic in our family. So this is made as a side dish. And as I said, or a whole dish. But as I said, if you want to make it as a soup, we can go one step further. You can add organic chicken broth or beef broth. I like to roll little baby meatballs and put it in. And you can add some pasta to that and make a nice ciccarrini soup with escarole. Or what you can do is just have it with the broth alone. You can scramble a couple eggs and put eggs in it. I like to keep the protein in it. The beans bring protein, and these are cannellini beans, and they're very, very high in protein. So along with the vegetable, you can have a whole meal. And it serves 4 to 6 people. Sometimes I make a huge pot of it if I'm having a lot of people, and we have it, if I'm not having company, we have it for 2, 3 days in a row. It's so healthy, it's so traditional, and it's so authentic. Enjoy this healthy recipe for you and your family. And it takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to cook. We'll return when it's done. Ciao. Our escarole is just about done. It's been steaming in the garlic, salt and pepper for about 10 minutes. This is when I add olive oil, extra virgin. Gives it a nice consistency. I like to put it in at the end. It's got the cannellini beans in it. It's nice and soft. It's delicious. Now, as I told you before, it can be a soup if you want to add broth. But even if you don't want to add broth, you can leave it as a soup. You can serve it with the water that's in it, with the flavor from the garlic and the olive oil. Or you can just serve it plain as a side dish and strain it like this, and it could be just a side dish. Or you can use it with the water that's in it. My family kind of likes it in between. So here we are, we're ready to have it. I keep it on the burner for just a few seconds more with the olive oil. I like to put the olive oil in at the end because it Makes a nice consistency and holds the flavor. Okay? I'm excited to share this with you. Escarole and beans is one of my favorite, and it's so healthy. Escarole and cannellini beans. Here we are, ready to be eaten, ready to be served tonight. Delicious. You don't mind if I taste it, do you? I just like to taste the juice. Mmm. So much flavor. Simple, easy recipe. Delicious and extremely healthy. Thank you.